What is up everyone? In today's video I'll be showing you my meta builds for the Greatsword. We'll be covering raw builds as well as both elemental and status builds. Before we take a look at the sets, I will say that me and you the viewer are going to be limited to the talismans that we have available to us to make the best possible versions of these sets. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get into it. We're going to be starting off with my NARGA build. Now, it's no surprise that the NARGA Greatsword is one of the best in the game. 100% affinity when attacking weak spots, level 3 focus, which will help us get through our charges faster. We are almost maximizing all the important damage boost skills. If you happen to be one of the lucky ones to have a talisman that gives you level 2 weakness exploit with 2 level 2 decoration slots, you would be able to max out attack boost, or you can go with level 2 master's touch, which is probably preferable. But if you don't have that particular talisman like myself, having any level 2 weakness exploit talisman would do you just fine. Fortunately, I have one that also gives me level 1 punishing draw, which is not bad. Besides that, this is one of the best greatsword sets you can make. Next, we have my first version of my TIGREX build. I think some would say that the TIGREX Greatsword is the best overall when just looking at statistics. However, it's only the best when the sharpness value is at white, and realistically, you will be losing that white sharpness value because there's very little white sharpness. You can try to squeeze in protective polish, but that would mean you would have to sacrifice either your damage boost skills or level 3 focus. So you have to do some give and take if you want to go that route. Other than that, this is a very solid set to make. Next, we have my second version of my TIGREX build. Now, the difference between the first version and this version is that we are sacrificing level 3 focus for our attack boost skills, and you will notice we are maxing out critical eye. The reason for that is when paired with level 3 weakness exploit, we are getting 81% affinity when attacking weak spots, which is pretty good. And if you have the level 2 weakness exploit talisman that gives you 2 level 2 slots, you would be able to max out attack boosts, which would make this godlike in terms of damage output. I'm pretty sure this is the best greatsword set you can make if you only care about damage output. Now, is this the most efficient greatsword set? Probably not, because ideally we would want focus incorporated into our build to help us with our charge attacks. But if you're okay with hunting without focus, this is a set for you. Now we will be going into the elemental builds. All of my elemental builds are pretty straightforward, not much to explain, but I will say that I do favor having level 3 focus in my greatsword builds, but you have the option of investing those skill points into damage boost skills if you want to go that route. I'll let you guys analyze the elemental builds, and I will come back when we get into the status builds. Now let's get into my status builds, starting off with my blast set. Really solid set in terms of damage output, 65% affinity when attacking weak spots, 75% affinity when latent power is activated. I am only getting level 2 focus because I am prioritizing damage boost skills, but I am comfortable with level 2 focus. If you want to be fancy, you could sacrifice the 2 levels of focus for 2 more levels of latent power, which means when latent power is activated, when you're attacking a weak spot, you would have 95% affinity, which is pretty good now that I think about it, but you would have to sacrifice faster charge levels. Other than that, really solid set. Next, we have my poison build. In this set, I'm using the Chameleon's Greatsword, which is not only one of the coolest looking weapons in the game, but also one of the best. Has good raw damage, great sharpness, amazing poison buildup, and great deco slots. We are maximizing all of the important skills for this set, and if you have the level 2 weakness exploit talisman attachment with 2 level 2 slots, you would be able to max out attack boost, which would make this set even more godlike and probably one of the best overall sets in the game. But I am satisfied with what I have right now. Other than that, a really great set to have. Next we have my sleep build. Fun set to have if you want to go sleep bombing. Not really much to explain besides being able to maximize all of the important skills for this set. I'll let you guys analyze before we move on. Lastly, we have my paralysis build. Pretty good set overall. We are getting decent raw damage, but we are getting great paralysis buildup. We are left with green sharpness, but we are taking advantage of the green sharpness with level 3 bludgeoner. We are only getting level 2 focus due to prioritizing other skills, which is fine. But again, if we had that level 2 weakness exploit talisman with 2 level 2 slots, we would be able to maximize both attack boost and focus. Now some may think that it might be pointless to use a paralysis greatsword because you may think you wouldn't paralyze the monster as much as you would with other weapons because of the little amount of total hits you are landing on the monster with the greatsword. After a lot of testing, to my surprise, this set actually performed well and I was able to paralyze a monster 3 to 4 times per quest, so this set is definitely viable. Other than that, really fun set to have if you are a fan of the greatsword. And that is going to do it for today's video. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be sure to answer in the comments. Also, let me know if there's any way to make these sets better. I want to thank you guys for the continued support. Hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, guys.